song itself is a very beautiful, loving poem, but it was more so of an idea. Like it was an idea of like what I wanted my situation to be. But this is the story of how it really went.
She like my energy. She gon' see on the one that she need.
I ain't even go nowhere. I don't know why I did that. Like I was really going somewhere. Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? What's up? How y'all doing? Okay, if it is y'all first time on my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back and thank you for joining. Today I am telling you guys a story about someone who was not careful with me. Obviously, you can tell in the title. He wasn't careful with me, y'all. So basically this story is based around my poem Falling, which in itself is a very beautiful, loving poem, but it was more so of an idea. Like it was an idea of like what I wanted my situation to be. The last few lines of Falling, I say, be careful with me because I am wearing, well, because falling for you means I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve. And when I say I was wearing my heart on my sleeve, I was wearing my heart on my sleeve. Okay. So back in November of 2019, I started my new job at Amazon, right? And so I had just moved to the area in July. So from July to November, I didn't really meet anybody because I was in the house because I didn't have no job, so I didn't have no money, so I couldn't go nowhere. So fast forward back to this particular day. So I started at Amazon, and my first night there, I was like, damn, like, who are all these beautiful men? It's a few zaddies in here tonight. Oh my goodness. Girl, I was sitting in the break room. I was sitting in the break room just watching them come in, and I'm just like, whoo, child. And I was working overnight shifts, so that's where they was. They was everywhere. Oh my goodness. It was just beautiful. It was just, I even had made a comment on my Facebook, like, I see a couple stepdaddies in here tonight. Lord. I don't know where I keep going, y'all. But y'all, like, I was just like, dang, it's a couple stepdaddies in here tonight. What? Okay. The second night is where the story starts. So on the second night, they actually put me on the line, and they put me on the line with this girl, whatever, and she had been there, like, I think a month or so before I got there, but she was good, and unfortunately, they stuck her with me, and I was terrible, so, it was, like, real backed up. The whole night we was on the line together, it was horrible. So Creep, he kept, like, coming to help us, too, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, when it comes to flirting and stuff, I'm real dumbfounded. So the whole time he was like over there, like I hadn't realized that he was like talking to me. Like I knew he was talking to me because obviously I was talking back, but I didn't think of anything of it because even though he was talking to me, he was also talking to the other girls. But like later on, he explained to me that like he was really over there for me, and I was like, oh, my bad. Like I really didn't know. Anyway, so yes, so he kept coming back into our line and, like making little small talk with me. But like I said, I didn't really like pay attention to it because I'm like stressed out trying to figure out why are all these boxes coming in nonstop? Like, this is crazy. Like, okay. So I was stressed out. Wasn't really paying attention. So then night 3 came and let me tell y'all. So this fine man just walks into my life, and I was like, well, damn, who is he? And y'all, when I tell y'all I was crushing hard, and I was like, damn, he is so fine. And so from that moment on, my focus became on him. Get back to Creep, because this story is really about Creep. Okay, fast forward for like that, like a whole good week, I was on the guy who I had said I thought was so cute or whatever. I was like, dang, he fine, he this, he that. It was crazy. Like, I don't know how it just changed, you know. I was coming back from our first break, you know, and I was walking and he kind of stopped me and he was like, he's just talking to me, saying whatever he was saying, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna come back there to fuck with you. And I was like, no, please. I was like, please don't. And then I took off. I almost got hit by this forklift trying to get away from him. I almost got hit by a forklift, y'all. It was so embarrassing. I'm not making this up. I was trying so hard to get away from him. I almost got hit by a forklift. Y'all understand how much you have to not want to talk to a person that you just run blindlessly into the walkway? You almost get hit by a forklift. I'm walking and I'm laughing, but because I'm laughing, it kind of was it was almost as if I was crying because my eyes was watering, but it was also because when the air gets into my eyes water sometimes. And then I said, I was laughing, so I was right? And then so the person, so the other guy, the one who I actually liked, he came up behind me. Well, he was walking behind me and he was like, you straight? No, I know. He's like, you all right? And I was like, and I looked at him and I guess I didn't answer fast enough because I was too busy staring at him. And he was like, are you all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And he just so then he just kept walking, and then I'm like, oh snap, he cared about me. He want to know how I'm doing. That's my boyfriend. We together now. What happened? Man, let me tell y'all what happened. A thought had hit me, and I was like, you know what? Now that I think about it, he is kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I started thinking about him, here he comes, he popped up on the dock. And I'm like, oh, game time. Well, I didn't say that out loud, though. I was thinking in my head. Down the side, I knew as soon as I had the chance, I was going to shoot my shot. Okay? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have did that. Anyway, so I knew I was going to shoot my shot, y'all. I already knew. And so when it was time to go on our next break, I waited for him to walk by, and as soon as he was passing my line, I slid on in that thing whoop! And he looked like, what's up? And I was just talking to him or whatever. We was just talking back and forth. So somehow, some way, I had said something about not having a ride or something about taking an Uber, something along the lines of I just didn't feel like doing that, ordering my ride at 5:00 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, if you want, I'll take you home. I was like, nah, you good. Because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't know you. You might be a killer, a rapist, I don't know. So no, I'm not getting in your car because I don't know you, right? So I'm like, no, don't worry about it. We cool, we straight, blah, blah, blah. So then at the end of the night, the shift's over. He's like, so am I taking you home? I was like, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it, right? So then we get to the front, put our stuff get our stuff out our locker, blah, blah, blah. And then so I'm walking towards the door, and he looked at me. He's like, let's go. And I was like, well, shit, say no more. Here I come. Let's go. And I came. Well, he said, let's go. And I went. So, yeah. So we pulled up across from across from the house, and he was like, well, he gave me his phone and was like, so many words, just asked me to give him his number. And I was like, what, you 20 or something? He was like, I'm 20 on the dot. And I was like, ooh, I'm 28. And he was like, what that mean? And I was like, I just looked at him. He was like, it's not about your age. It's about what's in your mind. You know, all that BS, right? You know. And I'm just looking at him, and I'm just like, whatever. Here, I'm just giving you my number because you annoying. I didn't get out the car. I stayed in the car. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, okay. Oh, we just started vibing. That's how I'm gonna say. I'm gonna call it vibing. We started vibing, and no, we weren't or nothing like that. We weren't, whatever. We were vibing, right? And so we were talking, and and it was just talking and laughing, and just and I'm like, dang, wow, like he's cool. Like I kind of like him a little bit, right? Before I know it, it was 7 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh snap, y'all! I gotta get out the car. I gotta go get my baby ready for school." But you know, I like whatever. And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I actually enjoyed talking to you." Blah 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 blah. So we hugged it up. Did we kiss that time? I don't think we kissed that night. I don't think so. We hugged. I got the car. Boom. The next day, we spent like all our breaks together because, like I said, we worked in different parts. So, like at that time, of course, they waited till me and him start like actually talking to like be like, oh no, like we're gonna keep him in his where he belong, right? Haters. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So like we would spend every break together. He would like kind of like text me like, oh, where you at, beautiful? All this stuff, all this cute stuff. You know, I fell for it. Anyway, so you know, like it's like it is what it is. You know, so and then the next night, well, that day, he took me home, and like it was just like the first time, you know, except for like this time we kissed, but we only kissed one time. But he had, you know, okay, whatever. Listen, we kissed, and it was just like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I'm in love. Okay, let's get married tomorrow. It was good. It was going well. And then I think, so by the end of the week, you know, we had went to IHOP. And I know IHOP's not a big deal, but you know, I like to eat. We ate breakfast together. A few of our coworkers had walked up in there, and they was like, "Oh, y'all eating breakfast together?" And we just looked at them like whatever, because like at first I didn't know how he was gonna react. I'm like, okay, so what like is he gonna try to like play it off? Like what he gonna do? But he did not seem to care. He's like, yeah, I'm with her, okay. And I'm like, yes, we together, and what? And your point is, and you were saying, this week was cool. The second week, it was kind of like the same thing, you know, same vibe or whatever. And then come like that like the second week, it didn't like die. It started to get from like where he would respond right back, so it would take him like hours in between texts, and then by the time he texts back, it was no point in texting because we're already at work. So sometimes he just didn't even text back at all. And I'm just like, okay, like what's going on? So then he started like talking about, oh, he just had stuff going on with his family, blah blah blah. It's a lot going on right now, and he kind of shuts down when stuff is going on. He don't really feel like talking to anybody. And I'm like, okay, fine, I understand, whatever. Week 3 came. All of a sudden now it's like I didn't see him during breaks anymore. He was always like, oh, I gotta go home, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, oh, I'm going to my car, this, that, and the third, right? So I'm just like, okay, like, all right. But by this point, I guess I had already became a little attached, so it was like, even though I knew what was going on, I wasn't ready to accept what was going on, right? I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, because I'm like, I already explained to him, to him on like the third night. I said to him, look, I don't deal with other females like that's like, it's either me or nobody, like it's either, I don't do that. And he made it clear that he understood what I was saying, right? He was like, yeah, I understand, I got you. Well, he didn't say he got me, but like in so many words, he basically agreed to what I told him. Because in the past, I've agreed to situations that I later like wish I hadn't agreed to. Which y'all know about them situationships. So I'm like, I've been in situationships to where like in the beginning I'd be like, no, it's cool. Like let's do it. That's like you can do what you want. I'm gonna do what I want. But then I catch feelings, and then they're looking at me like, well, girl, like we already talked about this, and you said you was cool, like you can't change it now. So I was like, okay, to avoid all that, let's just make it known from the jump, like, look, bro, nope, give him the option. He chose me, right? No, wrong. He did not choose me. He chose the streets. When I started back on November 2nd, I also started, obviously I didn't start my first day by myself. It was a group of people that I started with. So there was another girl in my group who, like, between the two of us, so everybody was trying to talk to us, including him. Apparently, I did not know this, but I soon learned that, like, obviously I wasn't the only one he was checking for. He was also checking for her too. You can see it in his body language that he liked. Well, I don't know what he did. Like, you could see it in his body language that he obviously did not understand my rule about it's me and only me, or you can be with them and whoever else you want to be with. He, like, in his body language, he was not understanding the rule. Like, it was out the window. Like, I made these, I told you from the jump, like, what's up? And you, like, you didn't do it. Like, what? Okay, anyway, I'm talking to people, and they're just like, well, you know, Zakia, he's 20. What do you expect? And I was like, damn, you right. He is 20. Like, he is young. And I'm like, I had to think about it. I'm like, Zakia, what was you like when you was 20? And I'm like, I surely wasn't like about to settle down with one person. I had options. You know, I was dating. I was getting to know people. I was having fun. I was enjoying my life. So it was just like, okay. And then I'm like, damn, you're right. Okay. But I'm like, okay, and that's fine. Like, that's fine and all, but that's not on me. That's on him. He's the one who made it seem like, you know, like he was on that, like he was on the 28-year-olds level. I didn't end it with him, but I also, like, I was also in the process of, like, getting to the point where I had to get in touch with reality. So this one night, I don't know what happened, like, we were working together. No, I was mad at him. Like, I was mad. He tried to talk to me. I, like, looked at him, and I kept walking. And then, like, I felt bad about it, so I went to go talk to him. And then we talked about it. He apologized for, like, you know, not talking, like, well, not texting me as much and being, like, just, like, not being there like he's supposed to be. And, you know, he had explained to me that somebody in his family had died. Bullshit. Didn't nobody in his damn family die. Okay, I'm here to tell y'all there ain't nobody in his damn family died. And I'm going to tell y'all how I know that later, okay? I'm going to keep telling y'all. And y'all thinking, he lying, he with the other girl. That's not what happened either, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all what happened later. Y'all just keep listening, okay? Just keep listening. I'm going to give y'all the tea. Okay? Okay. And then we were talking. He's like, you know what, I'm going to take you home tonight. And I'm like, yes, I mean, we back. I took that ride with an open heart and open arms and open love. And it happened so fast, I didn't even realize what was happening until it was happening. And then when it was over, I felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, like, why would I do that? And then at that point, we became, like, official, I guess. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's not that bad because, I mean, at least he's my boyfriend now. But I felt like, I just knew, like, in my gut, I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what it was, but I just knew something wasn't right. So the next night, this is when it gets bad. So the next night we get to work, and you know, I'm just like, so at this point I'm like, okay, cool, we're together. Like, we're together now. Like, okay, this is my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm serious, even though I was already serious before. And so this particular night, he was working in the same area as me, right? And I had this one lady, I had told her about me and him, and she was like, well, you need to go check them, blah, blah, blah. I walked in on the truck, and they jumped like there was something, like they was doing something they had no business doing. And girl, when I tell y'all, my blood pressure was like boiling, but my heart was beating so fast, but I was ready to go in there and knock that boy out, but I went, Lord Jesus, I walked, and then I was like, oh, really? She was like, no, Zakia, don't say no. I was like, girl, I'm about to go say something. Are you crazy? No, you can't tell me that and don't think I'm about to go say something. Are you crazy? Like, do you know who I am? Didn't I tell him from the beginning what my rule was? It's either me, and that's it, or them, and whoever you want to mess with. I went up to him. I was like, I need to talk to you. He came up out the truck. And I was like, I was so mad, like I was shaking, like maybe I went about the situation wrong. I'm going to put him in a place where he felt like he had to lie because he was afraid, because he was like, damn, like you shaking. Of course he was like, no, nothing is going on. And I was like, okay. So I went on about my business because it was the end of the night. I was sitting in the front waiting to clock out. He gonna come over and talk to me. He talking to me like da-da-da-da. And I'm just looking at him like, nigga, please. The lady who had told me what was going on, she just sitting there looking like, shaking her head like, oh, so now you want to act right now. And I'm looking at her like, exactly. Like, I'm like, we didn't say it, but I knew what she was thinking because I was thinking the same things. Like, it just ended, but it didn't end. Like, so it came to the point where I for like 3 days straight, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was crying every day. Like, when I had to, like, going to work was hell for me. Like, I did not want to go to work, but I had to, right? I can't let no nigga, like, let no dude interfere with my money. So I'm going to work. I see him, and like every time I see him, I just wanted to cry. Every time I thought about him, I wanted to cry. Every time I took a breath, I wanted to cry. Like I just felt so played and so hurt. So it got to the point where I'm like, okay, Zakia, like what are you gonna do? You have to let him go. I wasn't like completely over him. So for about a month after I finally said, you know what, fine, whatever, it's over, we continued, okay? We continued. And so, this time around, I didn't make these unrealistic expectations, by this time I was way more chill. I'm like, okay, cool, like, fine, talk to that girl, like, if that's what you want to do, do it. I don't care no more, like, I'm not gonna like pressure you to be something or be somebody that you're not ready to be. Like clearly you're not ready for this, so whatever. Like we can keep it casual, we can be cool. So now we're at the end of the story. This is where the tea come in, y'all. I'm talking to one of my friends, and one of my friends is like, hold up. So I don't know how we got on the subject of creep, but he was like, hold up, but like he has a girlfriend. I was like, wait, what? It was like, he has a girlfriend. Like, how long he had this girlfriend? He like, oh, like, so before you never met her because she got fired before you started, but they've been together and she don't play that. So that's kind of messed up how he's sitting here like calling you his girlfriend and this, that, and the third with you, but he's with her. And I was just like, well, all them dead family members and family problems, it made sense because obviously he had a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend the whole time, y'all. He had a girlfriend the whole time. He had a girlfriend the whole time, y'all. The whole time. Y'all know how mad I was. Child. Well, and like, so and it really made me mad. One, it made me mad because he lied to me. Two, it was just like, bro, you got a girl, like, what is you doing out here? That was two. The third thing, like, what really made me mad about that is that there was one point when other people were trying to talk to me or like whatever, and he told them like, okay, so they started kind of like, not, I wouldn't say talking, but like I was in the process of getting to know somebody, and he saw me talking to him. So one day, well, first he asked me, he was like, did you and him whatever? And I'm like, no, like, ew, I don't know him like that. I mean, I guess just because of how things went down between us, but that was just, like I said, it just happened so fast. I'm like, no. And then so I guess he didn't believe me, so he took it upon himself to ask him. And so I wasn't there, so like somebody else told me about this part. So he was like, so did y'all da-da-da? And he was like, no. And he was like, wait, did y'all? And then from what I heard, he never like answered, but not answering is just as bad as saying yes. So that situation was dead. It was over, like whatever. But it's like, it's okay though, because it just wasn't meant to be. What made me the maddest about the whole situation is like, bro, you had a whole girlfriend and you sitting here stopping people from talking to me because what? There's like, obviously, what? Like, why? Why are you doing that? I don't understand. So that is the story of how he was not careful with me. Like, right now, I'm in a much better place. Obviously, when I tell the story, I feel the emotions all over again because, like, clearly, like, what he did was messed up. Before you jump into anything, you really just gotta, like, really get to know a person. Like, I learned not to, like, fall blindly for anybody. But for the longest time, I hadn't let anybody in like that. But I let him in. I let him all the way in. Like, him in, y'all. I let him in. Okay? So, like, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't let nobody in like that since. I'm open to being in a relationship again, but not right now. So So yes, you guys, thank you for joining my story time. Please leave comments if you've had a situation similar, or like just give me some feedback. Tell me your thoughts on the situation. Was this story relatable? Also don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's be friends.